Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Houston Texans versus Sam Darnold and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, Watson. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it.
Sam Darnold sacked. Multiple turnovers on the play.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
By the Jaguars. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 16 yards, a first down.
15-yard line.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The numbers on the ground for Gurley. Last week, 17 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Miles Jack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, ended up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
No gain on the play there, second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He finds his target, Fuller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Deshaun Watson.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
3rd and long. It's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
A loss of a yard.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tackle made right at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run.
sack. A loss of 6 yards.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to go. It's Darnold. The completion good. This is Ebron. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
The 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley.
Saquon Barkley on the carry.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Jags grab it. Room here to run. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Watson on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's another Houston Texans.
This offense finding its legs now. It's to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Now Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Saquon Barkley, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC Playoff Race time as we give you a look. And you can see they'll be the AFC South Representative, but for the moment at least, they'd still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend, but not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all, and you and I both know this about this division. It's been wide open and extremely competitive, and it was again this year. So for a team to come away with the division title and get to the playoffs, you know they'll be battle-tested for their run in January and into February.
On first down, Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way.
Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And 1 play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
Makes the score Jaguars 21. Texans 17.
So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
At their own 25-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense. What did they call that on?
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and
Love you.
run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys.
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
A first down throw, Darnold. That is caught inside the 5. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard. 3rd here, and it's good for a first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Number 89. It's a gain.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. On the draw, this is Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson, he dumps it off to Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough.
Very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
Number 87.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards.
Jaguars.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a long.
And 12 at the Texans' 22-yard line.
And again this time to the tailback. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a first down throw. Watson, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On first down, it's Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Watson will get this out to Barkley, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From the red zone now, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Set up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
He's going to float this one deep. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Complete to number 8.
A big play there. 98 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau.
35.
And the lead is up to 15 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans get a bit closer. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Darnold, a critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets
him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown run. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for an onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. Now Watson, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
A gain of 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Darnold, he's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete.
That it?
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Darnold's pass caught by number 11.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then follow through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Watson and the Texans now down by 7, less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here is complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good for
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. To throw is Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
By the Jaguars.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. 46 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, Watson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Watson throwing on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To the air yet again, Watson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. Their own 39-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Texans,